If you wish to become a complete and wise leader, you must embrace a larger view of the Force.
Love won't save you, Padme. Only my new powers can do that.
At what cost? You're a good person. Don't do this.
I won't lose you the way I lost my mother. I am becoming more powerful than any Jedi has ever dreamed of. And I'm doing it for you. To protect you.
To cheat death is a power only one has achieved. But if we work together, I know we can discover the secret.
I will do whatever you ask.
Good.
Just help me save Padme's life. I can't live without her. Don't you see? We don't have to run away anymore. I have brought peace to the Republic. I am more powerful than the Chancellor. I can overthrow him. And together, you and I can rule the galaxy. Make things the way we want them to be.
You're not all powerful.
Well, I should be. Someday I will be. I will be the most powerful Jedi ever. I promise you. I will even learn to stop people from dying.
I don't think the system works.
How would you have it work?
We need a system where the politicians sit down and discuss the problem. Agree what's in the best interest of all the people, and then do it.
That's exactly what we do. The trouble is that people don't always agree.
Well, then they should be made to.
By whom? Who's gonna make them?
I don't know. Someone.
You?
Of course not me.
But someone.
Someone wise.
No. The Supreme Leader is wise.
Of course not me.
But someone.
Someone wise.
I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire. To my new empire.
You have great wisdom, Anakin. Know the power of the dark side.
Has melted skin, he's missing his ears and his nose. He has 2 distinct wounds on his left cheek and his upper left scalp. It's also said that Snoke stands at 7 feet tall. Looking at a broken down VFX model of Snoke, we notice some pretty strange similarities between him and Darth Vader at the end of episode 6. It's almost as if Snoke is just Vader after being severely melted or burned.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think McFly, think.
To cheat death is a power only one has achieved. But if we work together, I know we can discover the secret.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi.
In this video expose, I will take on the challenge of determining who Supreme Leader Snoke is and why it makes the most sense. But let's just state it up front. It'd probably stand to reason that Supreme Leader Snoke is just a new and original character. There doesn't necessarily have to be an elaborate tie-in or a reveal for Snoke to be a badass antagonist. Snoke may just be Snoke, and I'd be pretty okay with that. Nonetheless, it seems that everyone has a theory of the true identity for one of The Force Awakens' great new characters. Many have obsessively jumped to comparing wounds, dissecting musical cues, and reading into actor interviews, without really thinking about who Snoke is and whether the comparisons make sense. It has turned into a game to see which outrageous theory can hold up to the simplest of scrutiny, no matter how shaky the evidential foundation. I mean, do we really think that Snoke is going to be Hera Syndulla or some reincarnation of Anakin Skywalker? And I know, a lot of you have probably accepted by now that Snoke is Darth Plagueis. But if you really think that this guy is this guy, then we have a lot of work ahead of us.
Because of his great strife and rift between light and dark in his life, it followed him when the time came to transcend the Force.
What
if Anakin's time as Darth Vader, using the dark side of the Force, twisted and corrupted his soul, splitting him into two different halves? We'd have the dark side and the light. Page 103 continues, if we see Anakin Skywalker, because he does flow back and forth between Darth Vader and Anakin, let's see him as a character with a dark and light side. The accompanying illustrations showcase Anakin moving back and forth between a light side and dark side version of himself, reflecting two sides of the same coin that really is Anakin Skywalker. Page 227 gives us our only glimpse into the creation of Snoke. The pictures feature the following quote from Ivan Manzella, senior sculptor. JJ wanted to base Snoke on the Hammer Films horror movies, giving the design a ghoulish look. We made a bust out of marble powder because we talked about him being very pale, and I imagined him to be a beautiful marble sculpture, so dark and menacing, but actually quite beautiful to look at. It's almost like Snoke was quite handsome when he was younger, and in my mind, the more powerful he's become, the more the dark side consumes him. We made his eyes really pale, pale blue, so the whites of his eyes are almost the same color as his skin and costume. Piercing. Who do we know that was quite handsome when he was younger? And who do we know who has pale blue eyes?